Good morning. Alright, that's nowhere near a start. And actually, I don't think we're really dealing with notices right now, so don't need to be able to see that stuff. And actually, that's kind of blocking out some of the error messages too. Alright, so let's see, what was it? Oh, we set up the AWS API gateway to send requests with a client secret. And the issue was that, well, actually both in the stuff we were sending through to have that appended to it and in the API gateway, there was additional white space because in the docs, which apparently that's not it. Yeah, actually here. Yep. They put in new lines for ease of readability, but that's not actually part of the format. It's just all lumped together. So even like a final new line at the end of the line is enough to make it an invalid response, and it's like, well, authorization code new line isn't a valid grant type, and client ID new line isn't a valid client ID. So yeah. So now we should be getting back this thing, which I initially thought, oh, well, I'm getting expires in. This isn't expires in. I'm getting an expires in, so obviously I can use the same parser for that. Well, no, that's the validate the token API, which I guess isn't technically required with this flow because you went through something that involved a client secret. Yeah, now they're saying that you should store it in a long-lived location. This is for like true offline login once access. I'm okay with logging in once per session as long as you're, just as long as if you aren't, say, refreshing or something. Well, maybe I could look into session storage. But yeah, I'm okay with logging in once. It's just like having it expire every hour is just not usable. So we need to get a separate I don't even know what to call this response. Yeah, that's the get a code. Then we have OAuth2 token. Notification. URL. Exchange token body. I moved the actual URL to my configuration secrets file. Validate token. Yeah, token info is a separate API. So if we have no, this is accounts.google, so this is probably Google APIs. Well, this is OAuth2 v1. It's probably part of that same API. So we've got token info, token info, token info. I guess we call this access token? So we have sample access token, which we've got here. So that's what we're working with. And actually, we can probably use something pretty close to this. Oh, that doesn't have a scope. Interesting. Given that they both have some similar fields. And 4 fields. Alright, so we have access. Oh. You know, I've been doing some other APIs with Elm style fields. It does not have a user ID. It has a... does not have a scope. Now, I do have reason to believe that this is a maybe, because I've heard reports that it's only available on the first interactive authentication. So we have an access token, which we really expect to receive. A token type, which we expect to always be bearer, really. String. Int maybe refresh token string. Oh, and this still has to be access token. I don't think any of these have particularly special ways of doing stuff. They're just strings. However, it's not happy about something here. Oh, because I didn't update my syntax. Notifications. So now we need a token info and access token. I guess this actually sort of precedes that, maybe. Google APIs dot access token. We've already got the call for it. And yeah, I do not need to pass anything down because it's originally validating a token, but I didn't return the token. I mean, info works. If it expires in, just info dot access token. This is actually filling in the same place as the token info verification. Access token exchange failed. Oh. Okay. Yeah, there's no field there. Exchange token is going to be access token. Fetch live broadcasts. So access token. Okay, I can parse this and get logged in. But I still need to get the refresh token. The whole point is to get the refresh token, or refresh token, yeah. Oh, yeah, I have to specify the parser for this as well. Exchange token. Access token. Alright, so now model, we have auth. Now we have auth expires. We have refresh is also maybe string. Access token. So for now, we just need to be able to record it. And not having this in permanent storage, if it only comes from an interactive auth, is going to be a little bit annoying. Actually, this is a maybe info dot refresh token, which will actually have to use. Oh, and my init is not filling that in. Auth expires, refresh equals nothing. All right, we can check the parsing. Exchange failed. Invalid grant. This is probably because we reused the code. So I'm going to need to log in again. Hey, we got to log in. Also, we've got a debug.log we don't need. There we go. Now, this is currently on code, which it appears that we cannot exchange twice. Yep. Yep, code was already redeemed. So sitting here and refreshing this is not going to be, well, I've got a logout link. But that is the basic process of getting this, and we are on, yeah, the proxy branch. Let's get our new parser. We're sending a different request. I had to fix up the URLs I was sending, and the URL of the bodies, and also I found that I was getting a trailing question mark on this thing, because there was a trailing hash here, so I was doing a subtraction by length of the hash in search. So location.hash ends up being empty if there's nothing after the hash, even though there's a character there that we have to remove. So we ended up subtracting one less character we needed to, and there was a trailing question on here that was making it not equal to the specified OAuth URL. Okay, I had to bounce that over there because we're using it in the API call now. We had to switch things over to search arguments, which are... might need a better long-term solution for that. I guess I could even make proxy URL on maybe, and if you don't have it, then you just do a temporary login. Proxy URL maybe do temporary login if unavailable, which might actually be a better solution for development because I can keep that access token in the URL and just keep reloading it. But I actually have to develop the refresh method right now. Yeah, so exchange the token. We had to expose the URL, edit our URL. Exchange code for token via API proxy that supplies client ID and secret. All right. So for the time being, we're going to have to be doing this since I'm not storing the tokens anywhere. I wonder if refresh tokens can be used after long after the excess token is actually expired. Anyway, maybe I should do that. Maybe I should save the refresh token just to save myself some pain during development. Do I have local storage yet? I do. And we're just storing the UUID we used for state matching. What do we need to do a refresh call? Do I need the access token? No, we just need the refresh token. And this is where we do not get an updated. Oh, I can see a problem here already. Oh, no, it's not. It's gonna. Well, it is gonna be an access token response. And this is not our initial auth. So I don't necessarily need to do the same calls. I need to calculate my expires. I guess it wouldn't hurt to restart things. But what I'm seeing here is that when we come back with access token, we're doing a hard set on refresh. So if we use that, well, I'm probably better off doing this like a refresh token so that I don't necessarily have to do the same calls. Although if I'm loading it from storage and then trying to get an updated token, yeah, so right now we'll pretty much just like get this and try to refresh it, and I guess we do a different call for now. So we have exchange, an exchange token. So we have refresh token body. This does not need a redirect, it doesn't need a location, it doesn't need a code. It needs a token. Refresh token is token, grant type is refresh token. And then we've got refresh token. Well, proxy URL, refresh token body, token. And the decoder should be fine. I just want to respond to this a little bit differently. Refresh token failed. Oh. Likewise. So got a new token, new expires in. Actually, refresh token is not going to change in this case. We should not even get one. A new access token. Info that expires in. Let's not do that. Which actually means it's not a command.batch anymore. Nope, that one doesn't need to change. And then when we get a token, for proof of concept purposes, we want to try to refresh token with info.access token. Oh no, with we think we're going to get one. But it's still a maybe. Alright, and for this, it's going to come back with that failed, so we do a login. Refresh token failed. Expecting an object with the field name access token. Refresh token. Oh, yeah, that was my error. Refresh token body. So the internal error is invalid request, missing required parameter refresh token. Oh, are these the same? URL. I thought they were the same URL. OAuth2 token. OAuth2 token accounts. Client ID, client secret. You know, I need to see if I actually got a refresh token that time. Where were you two? Okay, you are to my redirector. Need the request body. Oh, nope. We did not parse out a refresh token out of that, which means you did not give me a refresh token. Why didn't you give me a refresh token? Well, okay, so we actually... So we need to go to update, and we actually do need to do this as a proper... case info dot refresh token of just token. We do that. Else we do command dot none, and we do debug dot log. No refresh token. Alright, it's going to tell me that we invalid code. No refresh token. Probably because it thinks I have one. So it's annoying that it considers... It's like it forces me to reselect. And or re-authenticate. Or reapprove. But that doesn't count as... So I guess I have to... Maybe if I... Well, log out is just... Oh, I need to... Do I need to actually do the revoke? Well, that's the only one I have the refresh token. So I can do a manual logout with the revoke. But there was a parameter. Approval prompt. Yeah, I don't... And it's so frustrating to me that you can't just say, well, we've already been approved. Can we just get approved, please? So I have to put approval prompt in my login link. And it appears that it's only auto enforce. Well, there might be a none to say we just want to check, and then we just get a no back. Is it maybe auth URL? Authorize URL. Client ID, redirect URI, response type, access type. Alright, so compile that. I need to reload. Oh, okay, so that actually gives me another permission box. And I still didn't get a refresh token. Well, this is really the Google OAuth. No refresh token. And there were a couple strategies for this. Prompt equals consent. Consent. Now, this was, originally 12. This could have been a previous version. That guy goes through the full thing again. And no refresh token. We've got access type offline. $15. Approval prompt. Already passed in force by default. All right, so this was approval prompt equals force. It did seem to recognize the consent. To auth provider. Hmm. Hmm. Once again, 12. Only for new authentication. So you have to manually remove it. So I guess I'm going to have to... So if you've ever gotten a refresh token, it will not send you a new one. That's 13. Offline force. 14. So if a user, so somebody uses like a different browser or something, they have to manually go revoke it. Within my application session, I can provide a logout button that revokes it. But it seems the only way to get the refresh token is to not have one already. Which means I have to store it. The front end, not the back end request that exchanges that code. Ah, yes. Get refresh token. Set redirect URL. Which account the token is for. Prompt select account. Authorize URL token URL, OS2 auth, OS2 token. ID token the get token response. Unique Google account ID. Alright, you can get back by request. The token being access token or a refresh token. But I can't get to an access token right now. Oh, no. No refresh token. Okay, so that's a little... Yeah, I'm going to have to store it because getting an access token, revoking it, and then re-requesting a interactive authentication is a little bit janky. Just a little bit. User refresh token. Refresh. Can refresh access tokens. Not present at the browser. Wait. Does that mean you could use... Is there some way to use the token API? To refresh an access token? Permission if you requested offline access. Token can be an access token or a refresh token. Now, they don't actually have... like a reference that I've seen. It's always this guide that breaks down the steps. All right, well, we can get to an access token. Since it's not giving me a refresh token, we presume that it's still tied to the same session, we think. Which means I need to do the revoke process on logout. Which means I need to remember to log out each time before I do this. Okay, so revoking a token. Where are we? Right, we've been trying to do an immediate refresh, given that we got a refresh token. This does say refresh token specifically. I wish there was a reference to what the possible grant types were. But I just don't see a proper reference to this API. All right, we need checkpoint what we got. Attempt to attempt to do proof of concept refresh, not getting back refresh tokens anymore. Which means, all right, so this does not need a body to do the revoke. Res URL, redirect. No, we need main application. Validate token. Refresh token. Actually, it's me closer to this. Wow. I mean, I guess it's probably useful to make it easy to revoke tokens. I mean, if somebody could do a sort of denial of service thing where if they forget your token, they can revoke it, but that would just remove any access they had, so revoke token URL. Actually, then we do need this. OAuth 2 v1. No, just OAuth 2. Revoke token equals, and it is just a string, can be either. All right, empty body. Expect nothing. Expect string, expect JSON. So it has to be something. I can do an empty string. I can do... Well, expect JSON might want to check the type. So revoked is actually going to have to take an empty string. Token revoked. We actually expect this to be nothing, but let's auth equals nothing, refresh equals nothing. Can't do that. So then our model will be at nothing. We can... I could try to do an immediate... yeah, this is just a log out. Revoke token failed. I mean, it probably has the same result, but... Alright, so now we have to reload. We have to log in. Oh, I'm still doing the force. No refresh token. Oh, I actually have to trigger that. Wait, what is logout? Oh, that's just redirecting the URL to get rid of the state information. So we need to have a proper logout. Now, update's not going to be happy with me because we haven't handled a case. Alright, so we need to... I mean, I guess we can. Kind of try to force things ourselves. And we need to revoke token. I mean, if we're logging out, we want to revoke the access token as well. So case auth of just token, revoke token, token, nothing, command.none. model.auth. So the code is actually on logout, so we have to do this. We have to log in. Let's probably take that force off. Then log out. Revoke token failed. Bad status. 404. Pixel Logic Dev, thank you for the host. How's it going? Revoke token equals. They say we're supposed to be able to use access tokens. And you know what I should do? I should have something here so that when we hopefully log in, we actually see if there is something there. I guess I need to check my URLs. Oh, and view. All right, well, I guess I'm not doing that right now. It's like, The logout command should have set us to refresh nothing, auth nothing. Arr? 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 Do I not even need authorization to make this call? Is that, I was wondering, like, why isn't there a public API? I even found things from the Night Dev people. Saying, like, well, you can't do YouTube without authentication, sorry. Is that just bad documentation? Alright, so we have a auth headers. But shouldn't I have something? Subscriptions. Which send me a message update. Update chat messages. Don't check for authentication. Now, I'm probably using So I logged in, I got the channel. Which got me the live chat ID. So if I added a little hook, well, I'm still like actually failing to revoke this, which is frustrating. Because it's not one tied to the refresh token. User can revoke, explicit revoking access, which we could do for testing. Oh, this, did I copy down a post? No, this is just curl. Oh no, this is accounts dot. I was copying something else. So that would be why you got a not found. Of course, having done all of this now, we actually have to see if I even need authentication for this. All right, console, reload, log in. Did not get a refresh token. Log out. Token revoked. Sure enough, it is... Oh, it's actually a string of an empty JSON document. Okay. And maybe I got that text when I first logged in. All right. So I mean, I would have to figure out some sort of null decoder to do the JSON, in which case I would still get a nothing. Expect string. We'll just stop printing that out. All right, so now we got revoke. So now if we log in, we have the full confirmation. Fetch broadcasts failed. And we still got no refresh token, so I guess I have to revoke that. Back-end error. Okay, so I probably tried to refresh that too soon. So I'm not using my update button right now. Really. Oh, because there's no model refresh. Oh, but that was I do need something right away there on access token to say refresh token and really all we want to do is info dot refresh token not equal to nothing. All right, so yeah, exchange failed. Maybe I should handle that case specifically. All right, so that login didn't fail. Refresh token false. Log out, token revoked. Now time will actually pass. I wanted to press refresh. No, okay, log in. Refresh token false. Update. No refresh token. Oh, no, yeah, that's the actual refresh attempt. Wait. Refresh token false. All right, so it looks like I'm going to have to go to another tab where we can actually do stuff. I'm going to have to go to maybe accounts.google.com. Nope. Oh, Google. Send in security. Apps with account access. Manage apps. Okay, it's not there. No recent security event. Okay, I know that there was a thing. Issued auth sub tokens. Apps with access to your account. All right, so how about we take this. We'll have to, we should be currently logged in. Google APIs Explorer. Google Chrome. I mean, that's sort of Chrome. Third-party apps, Google Apps. So it shouldn't be under Google Apps. We just added something else we're playing around with. So it's not giving us a new refresh token. Even though we know we got one. It's not here. It's the thing where, oh, this page is per YouTube personality sub-account. Interesting. And it is still listed here. 3 minutes ago. Okay. Yep. Oh, that revoked the access tokens as well. Okay. Oh, but this does mean... So that must have been like a lingering API call that succeeded without being authorized. So that answers the question about, I don't think it's public access. So that must have been delayed or something, or I just got confused about where I was. All right. So logout will probably fail because it was already revoked. So now if we log in again, refresh token false. Is that actually a parsing problem? Nope. All right, so if I log out and refresh this, okay, it's no longer listed. Maybe if we do view prompt equals force. All right, recompile, reload. Code was already redeemed. Full login. Token. Still no refresh token. But it is once again listed as a app. So technically, I've not been revoking access tokens that I know have been related to refresh tokens. So doing a log out here does remove it from the apps with access list. So it doesn't consider, well, the associated access token may have expired, but you can then refresh it, right? So we're back to this thing. Revoke token can be an access token. Its token, access token is a corresponding refresh token. But it doesn't really answer. I think this is the same thing. Insert, yeah, okay. It's a post. It's they're using a Google client here. Client secret, redirect URL, scopes, unset session token. Okay, code. I think that we give them a link. We have access token, YouTube. Okay, that is an unanswered question. It's like, I saw it once. Completely unanswered. Hard-coded user. I mean, it's still... hand coding. Went directly to Google REST API. Access type. Oh, I'm doing that. Forces a refresh. No, it doesn't. Unless I typoed. Oh. Oh dear. Is that a recent typo? So we probably don't need this. I mean, like a stray character just deleted something? You little... Okay. Okay. Token, invalid grant. Yep. All right, so log in. It must have been a stray character because I got one before. All right, so now we can attempt to update token, and we have a new expiration. Okay. Typos strike again. All right. So I might not have needed the revoke, but I guess if you're going to log out, you might as well fully log out. I probably should be checking for login status, though. Hello, Prof Elements. How you doing today? I'm making trouble for myself. All right, log out, log out. Thank you for the follow. Console, we should have had, yes, refresh token true. We've got a revoke. We changed the meaning of our test button. No new files. And then this effect, notes at all. Yeah, offline parameter helps you if you don't typo it. We've solved some of the essential problems here. We have polling does not check if logged in. All right, so we've got this. We pretty much just need to set up automatic refresh. And we've already got the thing set up to fire an event when the token expires. All right. Revoke token typo in refresh token request. All right, so when we notification, when we get a token expired, we play a sound, and then we want to auth expires, sure, reset that. The token is expired, so we can't use it. Well, refresh token's going to come back with a success or a fail. My concern here is that we're going to see a blink of unauthenticated, because we're actually looking at that to see if we show log out or log in. Oh, refresh token, we've already got this code. Expired. But now we have to do command.batch. And that could really be in 2, but Now this... Oh. But actually, I don't need the audio now. Although I was looking in... Yeah, that's a simple thing we use in a couple places. And the only way to test this... So right now, we set this to time that expires in... Set this to... time plus time dot second. Well... I guess I can hit login, but let's do something. 5 times time dot second. Yeah, because I was still on this thing. So I probably need to get rid of that stuff. All right, fresh token, false. So we have to log out. We have to log in. Reauthenticate, refresh token true. Token, all right, I'm pretty sure that's a refresh. Log out. Get status, get diff. Sim, automatic. Refresh, not tested on actual expiration. Go. All right, notes. So we could make the proxy optional polling. So I wanted to check live broadcasts. Yep. No, that's etag. Etag. Live chat ID. If we knew which chat to do. notification. Init. Live chat ID. Location. So a broadcast for us is a broadcast. Did I define that in view? Yeah. Title, description, live chat ID. So to do that, maybe dot map live chat ID. Yeah, maybe dot map. ID to broadcast. Title equals description equals actual start time equals nothing. Live chat ID equals ID. I'm just curious. And here I went and changed my update button. Now, update, message update. What? Oh, we need a message polling interval. All right, you know what? Let's I really removed that code, didn't I? Well, message update. Update chat model. Update chat messages model. $91. Oh, actually, we still need to close that. Now what? Oh, okay, we copied parenthesis. Maybe, my favorite word. Oh, I did. Okay, so that works. Now, I don't know if I properly logged out last time. All right. So is there an API where I could just search for a name? Because before I was using like get my broadcasts. Oh, this request requires authorization. Oh, wait a minute. Live chat messages. Oh. I mean, I can see insert and delete. Maybe live streams? Authorization. So how do I get a live chat ID? Huh. Wait, so maybe I don't need to refresh? If I can log in once, get the channel. And then I could even do something like this. I'm really surprised there's not a read-only. Is there a parameter that can be part? Max results. No, you have to have the live chat ID. Of course, there is a thing that I have to check here. So if I actually, oh no, actually, I know how to do this. We just go up to, incognito window. Okay, I'm not logged in here. I can't send notifications from here. All right, so let's match an API request. Is there any useful way to like part broadcast status, broadcast ID? Broadcast type. Man, I wish. That you are transmitting to YouTube. Stream IDs. Owned by the. To only retrieve your own streams. Like, what other streams would you return? No, I need this broadcasts. I need the API console for this thing in a window where I'm logged in. What? No, actually, I'm interested in anonymous requests. All right, so the part we're getting for this is fetch live broadcasts snippet. Broadcast status equals active. Broadcast type all. Oh. I didn't know there were those things. Authentication. Oh. Okay, for that, I would have to using a demo API key. Login required. It's like it's so close. But if we log in, if we authenticate once, we can get the live chat ID. And then we can forget the stinking refresh token. So when we get the got live broadcasts, broadcast equals broadcast. So I would want to technically, well, I think of all the stuff I put in broadcast, title maybe. Really all we care about is live chat ID. So really, what we want is, okay, all our JavaScript stuff. Decode, view, it appears once there, it's not really using it. It's using the title. Extract the argument, we set it there, we set it there. That's mapping it. Update chat messages. Maybe .map for bot from broadcast. Live chat messages, URL, live chat messages. Live chat ID. So really, if I redid my model, and do I even care about the rest of the broadcast? It's a confirmation I got it, I guess. Maybe No. Maybe string. And live chat ID, maybe string. And I'm not even sure I need a broadcast at that point. Live broadcasts. Update chat messages, broadcast. Update chat messages took a model. So we have to do maybe live chat ID equals. Oh. Let's not head response items. Maybe live chat ID equals maybe broadcast dot maybe dot map to my broadcast. Okay, that pulled down to the snippet field. Which we're not using anymore. That ought to actually work. But we're not doing multiple fields, so. Oh wait, what we can do is dot snippet dot live chat ID and maybe title snippet title and really. I guess I could actually map this to maybe map on this to snippet. Maybe dot map snippet. And then this becomes much more direct. All right, then update chat messages. Model. That's the live chat ID. Model. All right, my broadcast view model.broadcast model.title This should not have to exist anymore. Can't export it, can't import it. Notification. My init function is going to have to change. So we say that title equals blah, and it. Oh, actually, nothing is perfectly appropriate here. And live chat ID equals live chat ID, which is in fact a maybe, so it works out nicely. All right, so we want to do this. Where we do not do this, where we log in and it's still requesting the key. All right, so went and got that stuff. Do an explicit logout. Go into our view. So now we can actually switch all this back around. JavaScript web apps. Client ID, redirect URL, response type, token. Oh, this is the one that has prompt. Interesting. None consent select account. This isn't this different URL, is it? Accounts.google, accounts.google, OAuth2, v2 auth. Oh, this is v2 auth. Oh. Approval prompt can be force. Okay, well, response type token is still accurate. Okay, we think we definitely don't need that. That would be part of code, which, I mean, really, we've got this in source control now. So now it doesn't, well, it shouldn't matter if our access token times out. So we compiled. So we log in. We did not grant a long-standing refresh token. Oh, I'm actually kind of surprised that worked. Because Notification. 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 Init. We have to switch state. Code definitely comes from search. Live chat we want to do from search. Oh, we got the access token. We didn't get the state. We're not checking state right now. When we're checking state, we want to do this. You know, we could say, oh, this is an let block. We can do state equals case code of just anything. We want the search argument, and if it is nothing, then we want to get the hash argument. All right, and then this page we can actually refresh since we still have the token. Okay. And what we really want to do is that when we case code of, yeah, okay, if we do that, oh, I am not validating my token right now. Case access token, case auth. Just string in command.none. Validate token auth. Token info, okay, excellent. Uh-oh, nope, that actually didn't work. Validate token. And yet, wait. Where are we? Oh, resolve loaded because we have to do the checking. Okay, so that's actually taking care of itself. Which ended up triggering the double fetch. Okay. All right, so that's switching us back. We still got this stuff in our view. Git commit -m. Get new files. Git commit. And this effect notes. This is becoming irrelevant. Go back to basic. Online login, only need auth for live broadcast call. Can then read chat as long as we have chat ID. So what we want to do is set up our init to pull out a title. It's going to be a maybe. So we get our title. And then let's see, how do we do this? If we have a live chat ID on init, no, not on init, this is afterwards. When we got live broadcasts and got this stuff, we update our chat messages, and now we can go to navigation. Step into, this will add an entry to browser history. Oh, you know what? I can actually do that instead of update chat messages. Then we change to the like logged in page. Okay. Okay. But I'll need a little function, and I've done, what was I doing navigation? Hostable hosting clips, we're doing some parameter modification, which is a little bit different. No, I don't need you. I just want to go into here, I want to look at this. Yeah, modify URL. Actually, that probably had the function name that I needed. Create path. Create query string. Extract search argument. So this is what we want. Create query string, model string, user ID, login, show clip, self-read, host limit. Okay, none of this is useful. Model.title, if it's there, title equals title, model.live chat ID, live chat ID, create path, model.location.pathname, create query string model. Oh, right, it's not in here. Navigation.new URL. .live broadcasts. Navigation.new URL create path model. Oop, 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 oop. Let's go ahead and reset this. Oh. I wonder why I got logged in. I'll have to check on that. Oh, and now I get the full allow. Oh. And I've got the M2 right here. So why? I'm wondering why login view model.auth. Okay. Okay, that came out a little bit better. Login. Why do I have off? Oh, it's not doing a page refresh, but it's putting an entry in history. So I could call load to change to the new URL. Okay. And then if I do a page refresh, I've got the login. Oh. And I have to notification. That's my almost time to leave alarm. Oh, title is being auto-encoded. What is it, HTTP? It has the encode, decode. Encode URI and decode URI. Title. Maybe .map. HTTP.decode URI. Oh, this is going to be an and then. Because it could fail. Alright, do we compile? Yay! Now what I did not set up is that if we have got live broadcast updated the messages. Case live chat ID of just ID, then update chat messages. Oh. Maybe I should actually pass parameters to that, but eh. Nothing, command dot none. All right, where are you mad? All right. Yep, all right, we fetched our messages. And what was our trigger for our subscriptions? Message polling interval, which we should have now. Yep. Oh! And since we're not logged in, it gives us a different interval. Interesting. Well, that's actually maybe a little bit too slow for me. Although maybe I took the max of them? Max or min, whichever made sense. Save chat ID to URL and change chat ID to URL. I don't actually forget the auth. Maybe a manual logout should do it. I don't know. And I may have to look at how the refresh works again. So now I'm not doing anything with the proxy URL. So we need to revisit proxy code, look at login, logout, and keeping auth state and keeping access token. This is probably going to go away. All right, get status. So this was originally a proxy, which I think we might actually end up pulling out. I probably could have even backed up to do this elsewhere, but it's been an adventure. All right, I have to go somewhere today, so that is it for now. Oh, and I got off that page. Okay, that explains something. Thanks to Joey Chef, AP, Oseret Gaming, Crow, Katsuni, Huskin TV, Dog and Lake, Dead Makes Games, Pitch Logic Dev, Left to Cry, and Stormy I Slip It for hosting me. So this has been my approximate schedule. Things are a bit off today, and they could go completely off the rails very soon. Go look for the Discord below if you want to be following the status on that. What do we have? Not a whole lot of programming going on. I did find somebody doing some game dev this morning. There's a little bit more on the And I was looking, it was a little bit more on the modeling and texturing side of things. But he seemed to be talking through his thought process and all that good stuff I like. So if you're looking for someplace cool to hang out, that's someplace cool to hang out with James L. Roll. Thanks for hanging out with me. Bye-bye, and maybe next time.
Fine, I'm using the right material, metal.